One Mustang, one mistake. And now Richard Rawlings is being dragged to court in a case that's turning heads. In this video, we uncover the fiery lawsuit targeting Richard Rawlings. And it's all because of one jaw-dropping Mustang. What started as a dream car deal has turned into a courtroom nightmare. Was it a scam, a mistake, or something far more explosive? Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give it a like. You won't want to miss what's under the hood. Now shift gears and meet the man who turned horsepower into Hollywood, Richard Rawlings. Richard Rawlings, born March 30th, 1969, is a high-octane blend of entrepreneur, showman, and car enthusiast. Best known as the star of Discovery Channel's hit reality show, Fast and Loud, he turned wrenching into primetime gold and made gearhead culture a household obsession. But Rawlings didn't park his success there. He fueled it further by launching Gas Monkey Garage, a custom car shop that became a global brand, along with Gas Monkey Bar and Grill and Gas Monkey Live, two iconic entertainment hubs in Dallas, Texas. Therefore, it was no surprise when Dodge brought him into the spotlight in 2014 for nationwide commercials, aligning his rebel image with American muscle. From reality TV to real-world empires, Rawlings is proof that when you chase passion with full throttle, the world takes notice, and then follows the roar. Before the fame, fast cars, and TV deals, Richard Rawlings was just a Texas kid with oil on his hands and a dream in his heart. Let's rewind the clock to where it all began. Born in 1969, Rawlings grew up in a city steeped in car culture. While other kids flipped through comic books, Richard wandered car shows with his father, mesmerized by chrome, engines, and raw power. The scent of burning rubber and gasoline wasn't just exciting, it was defining. At 14, he didn't just admire cars, he owned one. Not a gift, not a toy, but a project. He bought it, built it, and drove it. Therefore, by the time he graduated from Eastern Hills High, he had already built several of his own. A clear sign this kid wasn't going to settle for average. But while his love for machines never faltered, life had other gear shifts. In 1993, he married Karen K. Grames, a union that lasted just 1 year. Picking up speed again, he launched Lincoln Press in 1999, a printing business that marked his first serious step into entrepreneurship. That same year, he married Suzanne Marie Mergel in Las Vegas. Their relationship, like a winding road, saw steep climbs and sudden drops, ending in divorce, a reunion, and a second split in 2019, shared publicly on Twitter. From wrenching in Texas garages to chasing love in Vegas, Rawlings' early path was paved with ambition, mistakes, reinventions, and relentless drive. Each twist in his personal life only added more fuel to the fire of his legacy. After years of wrenching, risk-taking, and raw ambition, Richard Rawlings was ready to shift into overdrive. And that moment came in 2002. That year, Rawlings founded Gas Monkey Garage in Dallas, Texas. Not just as a workshop, but as a full-throttle brand built around classic cars, hot rods, and unapologetic speed. He later sold his first business, Lincoln Press, in 2004 to focus entirely on his real passion, resurrecting machines and turning rust into gold. But Gas Monkey Garage wasn't just another custom shop, it was a movement. Therefore, in 2012, it roared into the spotlight with the Discovery Channel series Fast and Loud, captivating audiences around the globe for 8 seasons until 2020. The show transformed Rawlings into a household name and turned Gas Monkey into an international symbol of horsepower and hustle. Never content to coast, Rawlings pitched another bold idea to Discovery, a show about reviving failing auto shops. By 2017, Garage Rehab hit the screen, with Rawlings teaming up with Russell Holmes and Chris Stevens to breathe new life into struggling businesses. And just when you thought Gas Monkey had peaked, 2022 brought a high-octane twist. Rawlings took the brand overseas, becoming the title sponsor for Peter Hickman and FHO Racing at the legendary Isle of Man TT races, a proving ground where only the fearless dare ride. From garage floors to global races, Gas Monkey isn't just a shop. It's Rawlings' roar across the automotive world. What followed wasn't just a race. It was a modern myth in motion. The Cannonball Run, a name whispered in underground racing circles inspired by the original outlaw event of the 1970s. It was never about fame. It wasn't televised or sanctioned. It was about one thing: blasting from New York City to Los Angeles as fast as humanly possible. For nearly 3 decades, no one could break it. But then came Richard Rawlings, the loud, brash king of Gas Monkey Garage, and his longtime co-pilot, Dennis Collins. After roaring into pop culture fame with Fast and Loud and fueling his global brand through Gas Monkey Garage, Richard Rawlings had no intention of pumping the brakes. The man who made muscle cars cool again wasn't content staying in the garage. He had his sights set on a different kind of horsepower: food, music, and full-throttle entertainment. It all started in September 2013, when Rawlings took a bold turn off the asphalt and into the world of dining and nightlife. Rawlings hinted at opening a third location, this time outside the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, with plans to take the brand statewide and beyond. The Gas Monkey concept was on fire, and Richard was riding the flames. But Rawlings wasn't done. In October 2014, he went even bigger. Much bigger. This time, he turned his high-octane energy toward live music with the launch of Gas Monkey Live, a massive music venue located just down the road from the original Bar and Grill. While the first location catered to diners and casual music lovers, Gas Monkey Live was designed to dominate the live concert scene. It had the space, sound system, and edge to host major national acts. Rock, metal, blues, punk, you name it, Gas Monkey Live was built to deliver it loud and unfiltered. It wasn't just a restaurant anymore. It was a full-fledged entertainment brand. But as every entrepreneur knows, not all engines keep purring. In May 2020, after nearly 6 years of hosting sweaty mosh pits, world-class concerts, and unforgettable nights, Gas Monkey Live shut its doors. The pandemic hit the music industry like a wrecking ball, and even a powerhouse like Rawlings had to make hard decisions. Still, Rawlings wasn't one to idle for long. Back in 2016, he had already launched another culinary project, Richard Rawlings Garage, a more personal take on his love for all things automotive and appetite-driven. Located in Harker Heights, Texas, the restaurant aimed to be a destination for car lovers and foodies alike. With design cues straight out of a custom garage and a menu designed to satisfy every craving from BBQ to burgers, it had all the horsepower to become a cult favorite. But sometimes even the best ideas stall. Despite the hype and Rawlings' celebrity pull, Richard Rawlings Garage permanently closed in March 2019. Running restaurants is a different beast from building cars or filming television, and not every venture crosses the finish line. Therefore, Rawlings pivoted yet again, this time with a new kind of fuel: energy drinks. In 2019, he licensed the Gas Monkey name to power a new line of Gas Monkey energy drinks. The idea wasn't just to slap his logo on a can, it was to inject the same bold, untamed spirit of Gas Monkey Garage into a beverage line. With flavors as fierce as the man behind the brand, Gas Monkey Energy was designed to fuel car enthusiasts, fans, and adrenaline junkies alike. It was clear that Rawlings understood one thing better than most. His brand was bigger than just cars. It was a lifestyle, a symbol of rebellion, grit, and unapologetic passion. And to solidify that legacy, in May 2015, Rawlings published his autobiography, Fast and Loud: Blood, Sweat, and Beers. The book gave fans a deeper look under the hood of his journey, from selling newspapers on the side of the road to becoming a multi-millionaire mogul. It was filled with behind-the-scenes stories, lessons from the trenches, and unfiltered insights into his rise from gearhead to global brand ambassador. But perhaps most importantly, it showed that Richard Rawlings was never afraid to take a risk. Whether it was launching a bar in the heart of Dallas, opening a mega music venue, or betting on burgers and beer in a new Texas town, Rawlings built a brand on bold moves and living life in the fast lane. Therefore, while some venues may have closed, the fire hasn't gone out. Gas Monkey still lives in garages, on screens, in drinks, and in the minds of fans around the world. Every twist, every burnout, every beat of music or bite of BBQ, it's all part of the Rawlings experience. Richard Rawlings doesn't just build cars, he builds culture. From the roar of engines at Gas Monkey Garage to the pulse of live music, sizzling grills, and high-octane energy drinks, his empire isn't slowing down. It's evolving. Yes, some doors have closed, but others are just swinging open. Because for Rawlings, every setback is just another lap around the track. He didn't just chase the American dream. He raced it, lived it, and branded it with grease, grit, and rock and roll. And if there's one thing we've learned from his journey, it's that the next big burnout is always just around the corner. Love stories like this? Then hit that subscribe button, drop a like, ring the bell, and share it with someone who lives life in the fast lane. Got thoughts? Sound off in the comments. We're always ready to gas it up with you.